Good morning, people of Earth. From the skies to the shores and to all the ships at sea, radio-free humanity is on the air.
Today we're going to look at a recent TikTok news topic and a series of viral videos. First, let's join Ken and Tucker for a look at the mysterious blue rainfalls in Texas.
Hi folks! If you were on YouTube, or TikTok much, like a few weeks ago, you probably saw the hubbub about blue rain falling in Texas and some other areas in the South. I was skeptical about this until I saw one particular video where somebody filmed themselves collecting the rain as it was falling, and you could see that it really was blue.
Hey Tuck, how's your cousin?
She ain't my cousin.
If you say so. Anyway, I've seen those videos too, but I'm also seeing posts from people from all over Texas saying that they're not seeing any such thing happening. They point out that it's easy to dye some water, point a camera at it, and say that it came down from the sky this way. Even the videos that do seem to show blue raindrops falling on a surface could be AI videos, or somebody could be showing rain landing on something that already has some kind of dye on it.
So you think it's all nothing?
I was wondering if it could be cloud seeding. There's a claim on a video that they used an over-the-counter DIY water analysis test on it, and the test came up positive for some interesting chemicals. Like that copper compound, copper-based chemicals can sometimes have a blue color, or that lead compound, silver iodide, has become the standard for cloud seeding, but in the past, lead iodide was used too. And consider that just a few weeks after these reports, there was massive flooding in Texas. Maybe because some kind of cloud seeding got overdone?
I looked up what the official weather modification people were doing around the time that the blue rain supposedly appeared. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation has a page devoted to weather modification. It's called A Summary of Rain Enhancement Operations in Texas. They were doing regular cloud seeding all over Texas every couple months, but weren't using the kind of chemicals that appeared in that water test. Nothing with lead or anything blue in it.
But just to titillate the conspiracy theorists, I found an interesting article from Chemistry World's online magazine, dated April 19th, 2009, entitled Lead-Lined Clouds. The article talks about how lead in the atmosphere affects cloud formation. Water vapor formed ice crystals that created clouds at lower altitudes and warmer temperatures. The researchers concluded this would allow more of Earth's heat to escape into the atmosphere and offset global warming to some extent.
So, if this blue rain isn't a bunch of BS, maybe some clandestine agency was doing lead-based cloud seeding in order to mitigate global warming. And if I'm really gonna put on my tinfoil hat, I'd say they were doing this over Texas, so that if something went really wrong, like huge floods, it would punish a state that likes big government to mind their own business.
That's going a bit too far for me, but I guess it's one more thing where we have to weigh all the arguments and see who makes the most sense.
Looks like we agree that there isn't enough evidence to put much stock in the blue rain story. Back to you, Colin.
We're going deeper into the weeds, trying to figure out if we can believe our eyes or not. Here's Sive and Sparrow to introduce us to some viral dance videos. Take it away, Sive.
Thanks, Colin. You may have seen some viral dance videos pop up in your feed on YouTube or TikTok. There's a series where a team of cops from various countries all over the world do the same dance routine to blurred lines, using the same choreography as a viral street dance video done by some really good dancers. It's pretty amazing. Who knew that the police would have such a sense of fun and be able to drum up such good dancers? And now apparently fire departments are getting in on the fun too. There's just one problem. It's absolute shite. I'm not talking about the quality of it. That's impressive for what it is. I'm talking about the reality of it. People assume these are performances from talented police officers cooperating around the world for a fun dance-off. It's not that. These cop videos are AI. They're fake.
What? Wait a minute. I've seen AI videos. They They can't make half a dozen characters do choreographed dance moves like that without the arms and legs ending up in all kinds of, weird positions. And when AI characters do a lot of moving around, the AI has trouble making sure they keep looking like the same person, or their clothes change, or their hairstyle. I mean, I can tell an AI video when I see it. It never looks right, you know?
I'm going to try to prove it to you. So let's do our own little reaction video and look at the American cops doing this routine. We'll examine some things a little closer. Let's start with a look at the very first frame. Never mind the dancers for a minute here. Look closely at the background. What do you notice about the police cars?
They all have their flashing lights on?
Yeah, but look at the location of the lights. That SUV on the left, its headlights are flashing and a light on top's flashing too. All well and good, but look, there's a light below the driver's window that's flashing and another light by the back tire that's flashing. And there's no hardware, no light fixtures in those places. Take a look at these real police cars. They don't have lights in those places, and they do have lights on the side view mirror, but the car in our video doesn't have a flashing light there.
Maybe those lights on the side are like reflections of the lights on the other cars?
The SUV's not that shiny. If it was reflecting lights that brightly, I think you'd be able to see other reflections in it too, like reflections of the cars where the lights were coming from. But there's nothing like that. And it isn't just the lights. When's the last time you saw a police car that didn't have the department insignia on its side? There's nothing on this.
There's a number in front of the side mirror. Looks like maybe a 70 with a slash through it. And I don't know, the last one's maybe a 4?
Okay, but now look at the guys dancing. Are they recruiting cops in America from identical quadruplets? Look at those faces. Look at them. They all look freaking alike. Pay attention to what they're wearing. All the hats have 5-pointed stars, but check out the guy in the middle who's strutting his way into the line. His star's out of whack. They all have watches on their left wrist except for the one on the far right. If I number them from left to right, number 1, 2, and 5 have some kind of black armband or bracer going from their wrist toward their elbow on their right arm. You with me, right?
Yeah. So what? The middle guy, number 3, his arm's bare, and number 4 has a black wristband on his right wrist, and they all have, like, a blue shield patch on their left shoulder and left chest.
Yeah, but watch the middle guy. Something black appears on his arm, and then his arm looks like it's amputated. And then a couple seconds later, the black thing is gone, and his arm is back. It's a miracle. Now watch number 4. He's got his left hand in his pocket. Keep an eye on that. See it? His pocket comes right off his pants. So we move on. Now look at number 1 and number 2's right arms. No more black armband. They've disappeared. And number 3 has some more funky black stuff appearing under his right arm. Now watch as cop number 3 develops 2 arms and puts one right hand in his right pocket and raises his second right hand up to the right side of his face.
Couldn't that be, what do you call it? Motion blur?
No, motion blur doesn't work like that. You're not going to have 2 right arms moving in opposite directions. Now look at this new camera angle. No more watches on anybody. And the middle cop has long sleeves now, apparently. No more black bracers on anybody's right arms. I'll grant you that if this was real, there could have been a costume change. But keep watching. The cop in the back row doesn't have a blue shield on the chest anymore. It's green and a different shape. And here we see that American cops don't know how to spell police. Who would have figured? Pay attention to that spelling. It shows up in a lot of these videos. Convinced yet?
Well, maybe this one is fake. But what about all the other ones?
Let's have a look at the Russian police recreating this dance routine. First, let's look at the vehicles again. Hey, here's a police van with 6 wheels and no police insignia on its side. Now let's look at the faces. It seems the Russian police recruit guys who all look alike too. How about that? Check out cop number 3 here. What in the name of heaven is happening to his finger? Morphing, that's what. Either he's AI or he's a mutant with a really pathetic superpower. And take a look at the lettering on the shirt. That's not Russian. And if you think you've already seen some magic happen, check out the magic rifle that appears in the hands of the cop in the center. And here's another magic rifle. This one disappears. From 19 seconds frame 10 and 19 seconds frame 11, the middle cop has turned his back. We see the back of his head, but we also see the front of his uniform with his nameplate, shield and belt buckle. And here at 19 seconds frame 15, ouch! Look at the cop on the left. His face has turned to putty and got all distorted. This is AI morphing.
Okay, so maybe 2 of the videos are AI. That doesn't mean all of them are. How would they even do it anyway? I mean, get a bunch of AI characters all doing the same dance?
Well, I think they would use a real dance video like this one and plug it into a user interface like Comfy UI, where you can use a video of real people doing something to drive the performance of AI characters. The other police dance videos are fake too. Here's the British one. Look at the police van in the first frame. There's nonsense letters across the front of it, and police is misspelled twice on the side of the van. Here's a shot of those handsome faces. Looks like the British police force needs some diversity training. They're hiring lookalikes just like the Americans and the Russians. Look in the background at the cars. The large letters on the van on the left are still misspelled, but they're misspelled differently than they were at the beginning. Look at that ginormous green van behind the traffic cones on the right. It has police misspelled too. But you know my favourite? The tiny little toy-sized police sedan on the right in front of the traffic cones. It's just adorable. But it's an AI screw-up, not a real police car. Look in the background. Instead of Big Ben, we have a giant misspelled police sign. They're all like this. They all have morphings, misspellings, and impossible things happening that tell us they're AI videos, not real police doing a dance routine with impossible perfection for a bunch of guys who supposedly are amateur dancers.
Okay, I see your point. I'm so disappointed. I thought dancing cops were really fun. I mean, this is bad, right? When people trick you with stuff like this?
Well, I firmly believe AI video generation is a great tool that allows small-scale creatives to make art and entertainment projects that would have been impossible for a lone creator on a tiny budget 10 years ago. And we're here because we believe our world is being invaded by some hostile forces. One of these forces is con artists who will abuse this technology, like making politicians or religious figures seem to say or do things that never really happened.
Well, it's not like evil to create videos of fake cops dancing. It isn't actually hurting anybody.
Maybe not, but here's an evil that needs to be considered: the evil of failing to use the eyes and the brain your creator gave you. It's the evil of allowing yourself to be an idiot, not because of a lack of intelligence, but because you're not paying attention and not thinking critically. Hundreds of people in the comments sections for these videos think that they're real, and if they're oblivious to the obvious signs that they're AI, these people are going to totally believe anything that some bad actor puts in front of them. Today, somebody shows them an AI video with dancing cops that all look alike with cars and uniforms that resemble nothing in reality, whose faces and clothing morph in mid-dance, and they believe it's real. Tomorrow they might see a video of a politician they can't stand talking about doing something horrible, and they'll believe that's real too. And the scary thing is that all these women, and from the look of the comment section it's mostly women, will go vote or go protest in the streets based on something that isn't real. And they're not blameless because they ought to have the sense to look a little more closely and use their heads.
Speaking of moral conundrums, the following is a word from our sponsor. The opinions expressed do not reflect those of our staff or correspondents.
Hello, patrons of the arts. I am Mephisto Montebank. You have seen my work at all the important galleries. The critics are raving, but right-wing extremists are waging war on the arts. Do you want to see your child grow up to hang this on their wall? Do you want your free-thinking little one to end up bourgeois? Do you tremble at the thought they will develop a conventional sense of beauty? Join me in the battle against everything ignorant and commonplace. Start your child's journey towards sophistication and profound taste with my line of toys, Mephisto's Muppets. Revel in the raw, play amidst the pain, reject the bland, disdain the trash admired by the hoi polloi. Mephisto's Muppets. Because life is not pretty.
How much can we trust what we see on video anymore? Keep your eyes open. Good night and God bless.
Plastic smiles and glitter, eyes so bright, silicone lips under neon lights, pop star clone in a low-cut dress, not a single bleached blonde hair is a nest. Auto-tuned echoes through the concert hall, every voice sounds like it's on the same call. Love and hate roll off the assembly line. Do hearts always break in the exact same rhyme? Blonde and clones march across the stage, same as any other photo copy page. Fame's a game and the win's a fix. Similar faces and the same old tricks. Verses written on a carbon sheet, every chorus droning with the factory beat. Ain't it what's her name who sang that thing? Same pitch, same vibe, and a similar ring. Blonde and clones march across the stage, same as any other photo copy page. Fame's a game and the wind's a fix. Similar faces and the same old tricks. Heartfelt lyrics from the discount store. Nothing to be said that ain't been said before. You're like a copy off the printer, but who can tell? Why be yourself when you can be what sells?